next thing I would like to apologize for is a video that I posted in 2012 and made private shortly thereafter. This was one of the hardest years of my life, and I made a video that came across unbelievably slut-shamey, and I'm sorry. I just fucked up. I ranted about girls that ran around and slept around, and that's wrong. I had a lot of internalized misogyny, I feel like, at that time in my life, and I'm sorry if I ever offended you with the things that I said in that video.
So, if you watch this video, right, this shit ain't even that funny, because this is really a two-fronted white woman's problem, right? You got white women on Twitter harassing Jenna Marbles, who herself is a white woman and therefore cannot identify racism, doesn't know what racism really is all about, probably didn't bother reading history books, because why bother with that dumb shit? I like Jenna Marbles a lot. I've liked her since she started making videos. I remember her breakout video was her explaining, some shit about she has a master's degree but no job or something like that. And I'm like, I resonate with that. I fuck with that. And she has been pretty much one of the better content creators on YouTube for a very long time. And it's kind of disheartening to see that she's getting depressed, on the verge of tears, and getting hung up about bullshit like this, where for some reason niggas on the internet really think that what you say is 100% true. Like, if you make a joke on the internet, fuck niggas will come out of nowhere and go, you're really going down the wrong lane, and your political opinion or your fucking the way you're making me feel. And it's like, nigga, do you understand what the fuck jokes are? Do you understand that when I say I eat ass and that I got molested, only half those things are true? You can figure out which one's true. Only you can figure out which one's true. Like, are you fucking retarded? Like, people on the internet are fucking retards. Like, when did people start taking retards on the internet seriously? Do you understand that there's, like, on the internet, in the world in general, there's at least a good 5-10 million retarded niggas. Minimum retarded niggas, right? Like, they're dumb as fuck, and they're basically on the internet with megaphones on Twitter all day, every day. And let me just say, this goes two ways. This goes the way of these fucking retards who are offended by everything. And me personally, I try not to offend people either. Not because of like, oh, I'm afraid what they're going to do, or, oh, da-da-da. Personally, like what she said, I felt bad for her, is that she said, I'm just trying to be positive, right? You're not really trying to send out negative waves. But these niggas on the internet see negatives where negatives do not exist. Like, these motherfuckers were trying to like basically roast her for using quote unquote blackface. One of her videos where she was basically dressed up like Nicki Minaj. And I understand blackface is like a hard thing to do. Even, Chappelle talks about using blackface, and it's like, you don't get a free pass. Black people aren't going to just be like, oh, okay, this is very, it's not widely accepted. It's not something that immediately look at and think is funny. But it can be funny. Blackface has been fucking hilarious, and it's not blackface. Again, this is the problem with fucking white people. They don't fucking read anything. They don't know what the fuck racism is. They will not go into their fucking communities and fucking contribute and donate to local black. They will not go to a fucking boys and girls club and give any fucking money. They'll not go to a fucking local church and give any money. But they'll fucking sit on Twitter all day and say that people are racist or pieces of shit, not knowing the fucking history, not knowing anything. They just fucking like fucking parrots, just repeat everything they hear. So when you look at blackface, the whole point of what blackface was is that it was a tool during Jim Crow era that people would use to mock black people, make fun of black people. They would, if you ever seen the video, Mammy, how I love my mammy, where they pretend they were black people, pretend they were stupid, pretend they were idiots. And the whole idea was to I'm dressing up as a black person to say that they're fucking idiots. Basically, personification of what they thought a black person was, which was a moron, right? Now, using blackface harkens back to that. So already it's like, okay, you better be funny as a motherfucker if you're about to use blackface. But in some areas, like, it's not even blackface. Like Robert Downey Jr. looking black, like, that's not blackface. Like, that motherfucker was in hair and makeup. Like, I don't look at fucking Alien vs. Predator and go, the aliens and alien fucking mask. It's all about the presentation. It's all about the way it's presented. Like niggas on the internet are retarded. I don't know why she's taking them seriously. Like, motherfucker, like, they're retarded. Like, are you fucking serious? Are you really taking this shit seriously? Me personally, I'm not upset with Jenna Marbles personally. I like I said, I like her. I'm more upset that she's taking it to heart that much that she literally said, like, that's it. I'm not making videos anymore. Like, she's done with fucking YouTube because she doesn't want to hurt people's feelings, which is almost fucking impossible considering that where was it that she was talking about gender?
Long time of me right now, but I'm like, always have what girls do and what guys do, and I know at the time there are a lot of people that enjoyed those videos, but I have privated all of them because I don't think that making jokes about your gender is funny. And
that's you're absolutely fucking out of your mind. For the fact that she got blue pilled so fucking hard that she's like making fun of your gender isn't that funny. Some of the most hack fucking first stand-up comedian jokes in terms of, oh, why do you always leave the toilet seat up? That's a gender joke. Men usually piss standing up. Girls, female, male to female, whatever the fuck you want to call it, it doesn't matter. If you have a cunt, you're not fucking standing up to take a piss. And that's the thing about shit like this. At no point in time do jokes like that go, by the way, here's the thing, right? If you don't conform to gender identities, right? So then that doesn't apply to you. You're not a man, you're not a woman, you're gender neutral, so then you're not in the fucking mix. That you're not even being offended in that part, right? I understand there's certain things that have happened, there's certain things that you could argue are quote unquote offensive. But unfortunately we live in a society where people are so privileged. You want to talk about privilege, my nigga? Like, they have the pretty much. So here's the thing, right? When it comes to white people, no joke, I'm not even joking, I'm being dead fucking serious. I'll tell you this right now, for all the retard niggas out there, 100%, 1,000% serious. They do not research what racism is. They do not understand the history. They do not bother reading shit. They did not know saying nigger was bad until 14 fucking years after people kept screaming and saying, stop saying it on TV. They just hear what they hear and then go with the flow. They don't know what the fuck racism is. They can't fucking identify it. They don't know what it is. If they hear someone say the N-word, they'll go, oh, that's racist. Don't say that. That's racist. But then if they get cut off by a black dude, they'll call the police, say they're attacking them, say that they're getting raped, say that they're doing all this shit, do some Jim Crow era type shit, and then say, oh, but my husband is black. I saw that video, that dumb fucking devil white bitch that fucking said, oh, my husband is black. I hope that nigga divorces that dumb bitch. Like, do you understand that these motherfuckers in one breath will say that you're racist and in the other breath do some systemic fucking racist shit where white women fucking love reporting rape cases on niggas that never did anything? Do you understand that? Like, and here's the thing, like, if you want to, fight for a cause, fine. But these fucking keyboard warriors on Twitter are like, they're literally no better than the fuck niggas on Twitter that are like racist pieces of shit that that look at racist rhetoric and get their dicks hard. Like, when that officer died, like during the rioting, that was the happiest I ever saw people. They go, oh my god, a black police officer died. Look at these fucking Black Lives Matters pieces of shit. They don't even care. Like they get happy off that shit. Like, it ain't about the fact that someone lost their life. It's about the fact that they get a political point to talk to, right? So, it's unfortunate because she really, 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 she seems like a nice person. She seems like she's, trying to do the right thing, quote unquote. But she really like she needs to educate herself. The shit she's saying, like, I don't know. I haven't seen the video of her being Nicki Minaj. Again, it's Nicki Minaj, my nigga. It's a celebrity. It's not like, oh, this is an embodiment of black people. I'm saying black people in general do this, and I'm doing racist shit. Which, by the way, even if you did that, that's hack fuck, and it's borderline racist. But I don't think it warrants you getting crucified. I think you probably should get a talking to and get explained, like, why people would find that offensive. But I don't think it's something that, like, she's gonna quit fucking YouTube now. Like, oh, fuck it, I gotta get rid of YouTube. Really, like, no bullshit. Like, people need to fucking educate themselves. Because I tell you right now, you look on Twitter, you look at all this bullshit, these niggas will have you thinking. And by the way, when I say these people, 85% are white people, the other 15% are like fringe, a couple black people, a couple Hispanic dudes. Dude, the overwhelming majority, no bullshit, is white women. From what I see, it's white fucking women. And there's nothing wrong with that. I think the positions they take are flawed. I think what they say is retarded. And I think majority of the time what these people do is they hijack the black movement. This is not anything new. You know, in the past it was done in a more constructive way, where, you know, you had, you know, the gay movement, the women's movement, just pretty much reference and harken back to black people. But I'll tell you right now, I'm gonna tell you right fucking now, these fucking people, right, that claim they're not racist, that claim they want to be with black people, they have undermined and they have stolen or tried to steal Black Lives Matter in general. If you look at Black Lives Matter, right, the message, great message. You look at the political inclination of that organization and the people that subscribe to it, it's fucking garbage, where they force black people to basically now support gay people, which, by the way, there's nothing wrong with supporting gay people. In general, that's a good position to have. But you should not force an individual that may not be comfortable with it, say, you now have to support this. Like, they have the freedom to say that, you know, my religion, my culture, whatever the fuck it is, I'm not really cool with that. Personally, I think it's stupid, but black people don't have to be. If you believe black lives should matter, you don't also have to say gay lives matter. You don't also have to say women's lives don't matter. You probably would. But the point I'm trying to make is that they try to hijack that shit, and they try to make it like very like politically motivated, whereas black people are like, listen, stop fucking killing us and make fucking police reform. That's all they want. Stop killing us, make police reform. Meanwhile, these niggas are like, fuck capitalism, fuck this, fuck that. I'm gonna take over a neighborhood, make it my own neighborhood. And it's like, black people, let me tell you something, black people do not want that. They never asked for that. And they're actually reasonable. And most black people are very well read, either because they read the history or their parents tell them about the history. And, you know, I might be biased. Again, maybe it's just the black people I know. But they're usually on the mark. I mean, in general, the black people I know and the white people I know, they're, you know, fairly good people. But I have seen a microcosm of what's on the internet in the real world, where white women, dude, I'm telling you what, dude, let me tell you something. I will jerk off to white women, but I cannot fucking stand them whenever I hear their mouths open and talk about shit. Is because they literally think they know everything, and they think they're the authority on everything, and they try to push it on people when they're wrong. More times than not, they're wrong, or they're bastardizing the history, or they're just trying to be fucking woke with their virtue signaling bullshit. And it's just ignorant. It's fucking ignorant. It is what it is. It's fucking ignorant. And me personally, it's like, dude, if you want to make a fucking difference, if you want to fucking change the world, you could. You literally could change the world. If all these people on Twitter that go after people like this fucking donated $5 to their local community, just give $5 fucking dollars to a pro bono fucking lawyer in your area. If you gave $5 fucking dollars to a fucking legislator that actually fucking supported these type of movements, it would literally change the fucking world. But they don't want to do that. Not because they don't have the money, not because they don't have the time, but they got nothing but motherfucking time. These niggas on the internet all motherfucking day. They're ignorant fucks that like to virtue signal. They like to fucking stroke their e-penis. These are the same motherfuckers that in the 50s would be at the fucking rally screaming nigger because they felt like they were a part of something. They like it. They love it. They don't give a fuck about black people. They don't give a fuck about not being racist. They just want to be part of the movement. They want to be part of the mainstream bullshit. They think they're right when they're completely in the fucking different direction. And this is the type of shit you gotta look at. This is the type of shit you gotta call out. But no one calls it out because people look at it and they go, well, you know, their message agrees with me, so why wouldn't I, you know, just agree with it? You gotta get to the answer the right way. When you do a fucking math equation and you do some fucking regular crazy bullshit and you get the right answer, you need to get told, dumbass, that's the wrong answer. If you say Black Lives Matter and then in the next breath say, capitalism as a whole needs to be destroyed, the republic doesn't serve black people, democracy shouldn't exist, it should be a communist state, go, hold up. Black Lives Matter. Capitalism has flaws. In terms of government, we could change it and shift it. But why the fuck you coming to this conclusion from something that is so simple, which is racism, and legislator that is now not the juror discrimination, where it's definitively racist, but it's defined in such a way like stop and frisk, where it's based on racism, not based on racism, but it's been implemented in racist ways. So this is the thing: they get into the fucking answer, but they're going around it the wrong way. So because they're going around it the wrong way, they're getting to it, and they're bringing all this baggage with them. Like me personally, this dumb shit, I'm above it. It's retarded shit. Like you don't need to tell me that black people ain't with this shit. Like, all the niggas I know, don't fuck with this. All the niggas I see online, don't fuck with this. And this is the thing too, white people like defending black people, but they don't know anything about black people. They don't know what the fuck they're thinking, because they don't ask and they don't give a fuck. They just want to push the bullshit that they push. They just want to say the bullshit that they say. So then you come to something like this, where this person is genuinely, she's ignorant. I'm going to put it out there. She's ignorant. I love Jenna Marbles. She's great. She's amazing. But she is ignorant. Because she's really swallowing this fucking pill of bullshit. And really thinking that niggas out there like going like, oh my god, I can't believe that she said that boys fucking dance like this and girls dance like that. That's so ableist, so gendered, fucking whatever. Like, dude, who the fuck, other than the whitest of white snowflakes, is going to look at that and find a problem with it? And if they find a problem with it, let them fucking keep it moving, nigga. This is the internet. I could go on the fucking internet right now and watch fucking people shitting in each other's mouths. This is motherfucking internet. Fuck off. This ain't CNBC, nigga. This ain't NBC, nigga. Go fuck yourself. You don't like it, click the fucking tab and get the fuck out. It's as simple as that. What the fuck is this shit where all of a sudden niggas on the internet, like, you gotta find out, like even if she was racist, right? Like, say she saying some racist bullshit, right? Nigga, it's YouTube. Tell this bitch you a racist devil. Keep it moving. Like, what the fuck is this shit where niggas all of a sudden got a police speech and they got by the internet fucking censoring everything? And again, I keep it real. I have not seen any large black caucus come out in support of, motherfuckers did some corny blackface shit. Yeah, they look at it and be like, oh, that's kind of racist. That's kind of dumb. And here's the thing, right? Here's how you can tell when black people, now black people, they do get offended at certain things that maybe I may not agree with in terms of language in certain cases. But here's one thing that blows my mind that black people can do, whether it be, there's stupid people in general. Everywhere. There's stupid black people, smart black people, right? But majority of black people, whether they're stupid, dumb, whatever, they think, right? They might not be the best well-read. They might not be, on everything in terms of history, right? But they think, right? And they actually try to fucking form an opinion about how they feel, right? So when you look at Twitter, right, you notice that all the fucking bullshit when it comes to white people saying some corny shit, white people doing some dumb shit, that's when the white women get in there and they in that shit and they fucking it up, right? But when black people think and use their brains and they catch white people tripping and slipping, they shut the fuck up and they stay in their fucking lane because they don't know what the fuck racism is. They can't understand it. I still remember, right? Well, Lena Dunham, that fucking fat, porous bitch. She a good actor, though. Right. She was trying to go off on Odell Beckham Jr. and be like, oh, he was like just looking at me like I was fat and I was so ugly. And, I was just like, oh my God, he doesn't even like me. Like, ugh. And she was trying to like pull that bullshit where like, men are pieces of shit for not wanting to fuck like Teletubby looking bitches, you know what I mean? And black people went off, they said, shut the fuck up. No one fucking rolls that way in the black community. We ain't gonna fall for your fucking white tricks, your fucking double speak. Unlike white people, we think, and we're not fucking retards, and we're not gonna fucking swallow you harassing Odell Beckham Jr., a black man, for just sitting there. And this is the funny thing too, this is how white people cannot identify racism. This is the same exact shit that happened during Jim Crow era, where white women look at black men doing nothing, accuse them of rape, accuse them of assault, accuse them of harassment, accuse them of all these different things, and this dumb, fat, oompa loompa body ass bitch sitting there doing the same thing in 2015 or whatever the fuck it was. And it's like, bro, white people in general, right? And here's the funny thing: people are gonna watch this video, and all the retard niggas gonna go, "He's really saying all white people. Wow, that's kind of racist." Let me do you a big favor, bro. When you take a shower, close your mouth so you don't drown in the shower, right? White people cannot identify racism. It's just not in their fucking rubric. It ain't in their minds. They don't know how to think. For some reason, in the evolutionary chain, white people just stopped thinking somewhere along the lines, right? And that's sad. That's dumb. And I feel bad for Jenna Marbles because honestly, she didn't do anything wrong. And if I was her, I'd get the fuck off Twitter, bro. Like, Twitter is like the most toxic website I've ever seen in my life. If you're a weak-minded individual, if you go there and really believe the hype, if you really believe the bullshit, if you really look at the Russian bots, if you really look at the white snowflakes, if you really look at the bullshit, swallow it, eat it, and really digest that shit, then you end up like her, where again, I like her, I love her, she's a really good content creator, but she's quite ignorant in terms of knowing history, knowing how people feel. I don't know if she has this is gonna sound corny, but I don't know if she has any black friends. Talk to your fucking black friends. Go to your council of fucking motherfuckers and be like, yo, does this look racist? I don't think it looks racist. And have a conversation. Like, if you're doing some racist shit, just have a conversation, right? Because at the end of the day, maybe you so ignorant, you say racist shit and do dumb shit, you don't even know it, right? You ain't even know it, right? So at the end of the day, please, if you're gonna do this, if you're gonna do this shit where you're gonna boycott people like Jenna Marbles and you're gonna do this shit, do me a favor. When you fucking tweet at her and you say that, preface it with who you are. Say, as a white woman, I guarantee you 85% of that shit is gonna be white women or women that became men or whatever the fuck, lesbians, transsexual, pansexual, whatever the fuck white women doing today. That's what you're gonna fucking see, right? And there's not necessarily anything wrong with that, but a lot of people that do this shit and then pretend like they're trying to help black people. Like, oh, I'm helping black people, they're great. Oh, I'm helping gay people, this is great. And then, meanwhile, these motherfuckers don't know about the Madison Society. These motherfuckers don't know about the Civil Rights Movement. These motherfuckers don't know about anything that matters to anybody. So, Jenna Marbles, it's unfortunate she swallowed that big blue fucking pill, right? It's also a good thing she did not swallow the red fucking pill, because she could have came back and said, listen, I'm gonna wear blackface, I'm gonna be more racist, because this is the thing, right? For some reason on the internet and people in general, like, they go to extremes, either extreme conservative or extreme liberal, right? And both those sides is an L. Like, you don't want to be an extreme conservative because then you're cutting yourself off from more liberal ideas. You don't want to be extreme liberal because then you're cutting yourself off from conservative ideas. And then you don't want to be a centrist in everything because then people just hate you on all sides. But this is probably one of the few things I've watched on YouTube where I saw it and I really said, this really made me mad. And by the way, when I say that she's ignorant, because I said that a couple times, and again, this is the thing where people can't think, I don't mean that as disrespect. I don't mean that as like she's a piece of shit, right? I just think that she should learn more about it, and she should try to like check the vibe and feel the room, and really understand that she ain't this proponent of racism. She ain't this proponent of sexism. She ain't this proponent of transphobiaism. Like, when the fuck has anyone ever felt that way? Like, and if they do, speak up and have a conversation. Like, I feel bad for her because she feels bad because she seems like a nice person, and it's unfortunate because it looks like she's not gonna make videos anymore. It looks like she basically is miserable. And honestly, look at what's going on in the world. Like, you wanna talk about how white people think and how black people think. Black people ain't paying attention to this. Black people don't give a fuck about this. Black people are worried about niggas like George Floyd who get fucking murdered every day. You really gonna fucking come out here and you gonna take a stand on this, but you ain't gonna fucking go out and fucking donate to your local legislator, donate to your fucking local lawyer. And by the way, I have done this, right? I'm not rich, I'm not big money pockets motherfucker, but every year I try to give back to some degree. And, you know, I don't necessarily just look at black people, but, you know, usually it's things that go with my community ends up being that they're black. And you know what? That's a helpful thing, right? But these motherfuckers don't give a fuck, and they really trying to push their bullshit agenda on everything. So I'm gonna cut it off here. I gotta go back to work. And Jenna Marbles, I really hope she doesn't quit. She probably won't. But the fact that she's so miserable, crying, sad, mad, confused, is a shame. And again, nigga, this is the internet, bro. Like, when did the internet turn into NBC? Like, my guy. Like, come on, bro. Like, I'm gonna watch porn in one tab and then have fucking political shit on the left. Like, what the fuck is this shit?
At the end of every single video, make sure you ask people to rate and subscribe to your content. It makes them feel like they're involved even though they're really not. And most importantly, make sure they comment on every single video. If you have to, disguise it. You know, call it something like the question of the day. And really make them think you're gonna really read it when you really don't have to. Ha ha ha!